back in town. And Tayshaun Prince up for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Charlotte looking at who they've got in at the 5 spot.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that long.
Also for Charlotte, champs checked in for Walker. Pistons trail by consecutive trips to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Clark in 2004, the NBA title.
But the rebuild process has had its hiccups, Kevin. Its speed bumps, if you will. Some questionable free agent signings. There's talent there, but this team hasn't quite figured out how to come together.
And he overshot that one, missing.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, there's an intimidation factor that comes into play.
Williams passes to Champ. From beyond the arc, and he gets the bucket. Champ's got his first 3 points of the game. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hornets.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Well, the other thing I like is defensively they're causing turnovers, and that's allowing them to get into transition.
It's Jackson with the drive.
Well, solid numbers for this club from the free throw line this season, shooting about 77.
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
Shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you...
Up here for Detroit. Miller's checked in for Monroe. Jody Meeks comes in for Cole Aldrich. And it's Jennings in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Champ, he's in at shooting guard. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Henderson. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Walker in at the point guard position. Jennings dishes to Jackson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And now let's find out which teams excelled from the free throw line in the season's second half. The Pistons, number 1.
You know what? Since that break, perhaps they got themselves into the gym and spent some extra time working on those free throws and recognize how good they could be with added practice.
Andre Drummond's checked in for Jody Meeks.
To knock down free throws consistently all game long.
And here's Walker. 9-point game his last outing. Champ sinks the three-pointer. Champ's got his second bucket tonight. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Now here's Jennings. Outside Jackson. Count that one.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Here's Biyombo. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Biyombo's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hornets. Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to the Raptors.
And it wasn't just bad shooting. They weren't getting good looks. The offense wasn't clicking. No ball movement. Very stagnant performance.
Yeah, I agree. The reason for that, I think, was their movement away from the ball. Not very crisp.
Walker the pass to Champ. Again, the Hornets score. Jennings with the ball. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced getting his own shots and making plays for others.
Drummond with a screen on Walker. Miller gets to Jennings. Puts it good. Brandon Jennings acquired in a sign and trade by the Pistons last season on a 3-year, $24 million contract.
Jennings probably expecting more in terms of the deal. But look, maybe it was a wake-up call for him. You know, he has not been part of a winning team yet. And generally speaking, you know, stats alone don't get you max contracts. Stats and wins are what do that, and that's what's next for Jennings.
Detroit shooting their 6 free throws of the game. And that does it for the first half of play.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. A different look here for Detroit. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Monroe. And it's Jackson in for Andre Drummond. Jennings out there with Jackson. Then it's Jody Meeks. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And it's Miller in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Meeks. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Jennings with the bucket. Drummond's checked in for Detroit. Monroe comes in for Brandon Jennings. Champs checked in for the Hornets. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at Charlotte. They're trying to get in the playoffs here. If they stay the course, they will. And, of course, the Pistons. They're much further down in the standings right now.
Well, you know, I think for Detroit, they've remained again this season on the losing side more often than not. This is a team that, not surprisingly, has continued to struggle.
And as much as most of us would love to kick off an extra long summer break, for NBA players, the postseason is what you live for. You want a short summer. You want to play deep into the playoffs.
Pulls it from the elbow. Meeks can't hit.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Here's Champ. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Champ's got 10.
A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
Pistons trailed by 18. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Monroe, no good.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Kid Gilchrist dishes to Walker. And there's the pass to Champ. No good with the triple. Pistons have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, sir. Outside Jackson. Drummond passes to Meeks. Outside Jackson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Kemba Walker picks one up.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
The Pistons have gone free throw. For the Pistons, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Drummond. Quincy Miller comes in for Monroe. And it's Jennings in for Jody Meeks. And then for Charlotte, Biombo, he's checked in for Cody Zeller. Henderson comes in for Williams. And it's Kemba Walker in for Brian Roberts. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Hornets, pairing in the backcourt, it's Walker and Henderson. Kid Gilchrist and Vonleh at the forwards. And it's Biombo at the center. So for the Pistons, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope for Jackson. And John Lucas is subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Williams, he's checked in for the Hornets. Champ comes in for Gerald Henderson.
You know, when he's got that kind of a height advantage on the defender, it's just too easy for him to rise up and get the shot off.
Lucas with it. He's picked up by Walker. Lucas kicks to Miller. Pass to Dinwiddie.
Well, you look at the game of basketball, it really seems to be on the upswing, and that's great news for the NBA. We know that those who play a sport are much more likely to watch it as an adult, and basketball is now the largest participation sport in high school and college.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Hornets?
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And they're also finding easy points from the free throw line, Clark. This is a team that is attacking, getting fouled, and making it pay.
No good from Champ. The growth of the NBA really pretty incredible. 30 years ago, annual league revenues were about $120 million. Now, it's $4.5 billion. That's with a B.
Yeah, the league is really on great financial ground right now. I mean, franchise values are growing astronomically. The players sacrificed in the last collective bargaining agreement negotiation, but as quick as the pie is growing, I think everybody will be just fine, players and owners.
For Detroit, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Miller with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Shots good by Miller. Charlotte has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Kid Gilchrist, no luck.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Lucas against Williams. Kicks it to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Miller with a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Charlotte leading by 21. Outside, Walker passes to Champ. They swipe it. Here's the break. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And Champ gets the whistle that time. That is his...
What the heck was that?
Both teams decided to...
Personal foul. Second team foul.
1:09 left here in the fourth quarter.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hornets.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And they're going to get the second game between these two clubs just like they took the first. This will put them up 2-0 with 2 games left to play in their season series against the Pistons.
And if you had to pick one player who would maybe take over everyone else in terms of picking up his game, it was, I think, that kind of a night for Kemba Walker. He was really important under the basket, making great plays down low and getting in position to pull in all those rebounds. This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
It's interesting. They're like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got energy.
You know, it's not going to change anything, though, other than to make their losing margin a little more respectable.
Here's Roberts. So no problem for Charlotte as